Hi, a few years ago I found a recipe for, I'm not sure if I'm going to say his name right, it's Del Stroff. He writes for Forks Over Knives cookbooks, and he's a contributor to a lot of vegan websites. But he had a recipe for cauliflower mayonnaise, and I've always wanted to try it. And then today when I was looking through the China study, Quick and Easy, I see that he has help with the recipes in this as well. This is edited by Dr. Campbell's, I think it's his daughter, Leanne, and this is a whole food, plant-based, no oil cookbook. So I made the basic mayonnaise, and to make the basic mayonnaise, you need to make the cauliflower puree. It's so easy to make it. I'll post the recipe below for you, but with the cauliflower puree, you just steam cauliflower. I steamed a half a head that I cut it into little bits, and I saved my steaming water because I needed to add it to this to puree it. It took me 5 minutes on the stove to steam my cauliflower. And then you take some of the cauliflower puree and you make a basic mayonnaise. The basic mayonnaise just has salt, and he calls for red wine vinegar, but I like rice vinegar. I use rice vinegar for pretty much everything that when it calls for vinegar, and it's also 0 points. It's really tasty, has a touch of sweetness to it as well. So I'm going to make 2 separate salads here, and I'm going to use the same dressing. I'd like to touch a little bit on skills because I know that there's a lot of new followers that might not know the techniques that I'm using. Some of you already know how to do this, but this is for those of you who are kind of new to your kitchen. So I've got some, cucumber already sliced up. This is going to be a cucumber and onion salad with the mayonnaise. So I've got some cucumber already cut up. I want to show you what my mom used to do as kids, and it doesn't change the flavor of the salad. It's just all about the presentation. She would just take the fork tines and just go around the edges. And that just makes a little bit of an indentation and helps up the presentation, as you can see on here. Okay, so I'm going to put this into my mandolin over my bowl. I'll post the link for my mandolin below. This is a Borner. I think that some of you have already bought this. It's a great kitchen tool. Then when I get down, it's too close, I put it on a scard. And do the same thing. Okay, and I'm going to do the same thing with my onion, but I'm going to chop this a little thinner. There we go. I just have a red onion here. Oops, one thing I forgot to do. I want to salt this first because that'll help those marks of the cucumber open right out. Okay, so my onion, same thing, over my bowl. Not too much. Open this up. And I'm going to chop some parsley. Gather all my parsley together in a little ball. And if you remember, when you're chopping, your knife is always against this finger. It's always here. This is your guide. Okay? This is how you can see TV personalities talking at the same time while they're chopping. The knife is always up against that knuckle. Once you master that technique, you're off and running in your own kitchen. It's really fantastic. A bit of a stem there. Hands up, fingers are up. And that's my chopped parsley into my bowl. I'm going to add in some of this. Is the basic mayonnaise. Has a little bit of fluidity to it. I really like this. I can't believe I haven't made this before. There's no real recipe for what I'm making, but I think both salads are going to taste completely different just because of the ingredients in them and using the same salad dressing. Okay, so that's pretty much it for the cucumber salad. And then here I have some steamed broccoli, 2 minutes in the microwave. I have some black lentils that I cooked up. It said it was black on the package, but it looks like they're kind of green or brown. This is a half a cup, and you're going to cook your lentils on the stovetop for about 15 minutes in boiling broth. That's how I do mine. And then I have some garlic here. I love garlic, and I know a lot of you do too. That's in there. And then I've got some red onions here. I've washed these and I peeled the outer part of the bulb off. There we go. It's the same thing. Your finger is always up against your knife here. That's your guard. I like these. These have quite an intense flavor. They're a little bit different than the green onions that I usually get at the farmer's market. Same thing. I'm just going to rough chop this. Into my bowl. Same dressing, different flavor. I'm not going to add any seasoning to this because my lentils are already seasoned from the broth. I love this salad. I always used to make this with a vinaigrette. Oops. So, there you have it. These are two completely different salads. Same dressing. It's 0 point dressing. It's a cauliflower mayonnaise. It couldn't be any easier to make it, and it's absolutely delicious, so I hope you'll give it a try. Thanks for watching. My name's Jill. Have a great day.